What's up, you guys? Jodabi here with a video for you. Another deck profile. As it seems, you might see down there that there's a little Digimon. Well, guess what? Plot twist. This is Mastemon for EX-03. This is what I have been testing and enjoying. So let's dive right into it. Eggs, 4 copies of Digimon. So Digimon's very simple. When attacking once per turn, if this Digimon has Guilmon, and we'll stop it right there in its name, trigger draw 1. So good for cycling and finding pieces. Next, we're running 4 copies of Gencon Guilmon. Very bougie. So this guy is very cool. He's just a when attacking trigger draw 1, and paired with Digimon, he's actually a draw 2. So very cool for seeing more pieces as you go throughout the game and cycling through what you need. Next, we've got 3 copies of this new Guilmon from EX-03 on deletion. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a 3k DP or less. If no Digimon was deleted, trash the top 2 cards of both players' deck. That's super cool. Allows me to potentially trash some Hell Scythe targets. And with the Digimon, it's a guaranteed draw 1 off that. So we love that. Very cool combo. Next, we are running 4 copies of Gatomon here. The staple Gatomon, you know, your real top 3. Pick up purple and yellow Digimon card, just one of each, and then bottom deck the rest. And it allows you to end of turn Joggers into Mastemon if need be. Plus, it can digivolve into an angel, fallen angel, whatnot for just 1 cost, which is really good. The beauty about having the EX-03 Guilmon is that you can actually digivolve over it. So if you have all of your pieces already and you don't want to pass too much memory, just digivolve over it, put your opponent to 1, then set up the Maste next turn. Next, we're running 2 copies of Gatomon, Black Gatomon here that has Rush, and that'll actually be it for our level 4s. That said, it's got Retaliation Inheritable, and 6k DP is pretty high, so we love that. For level 5s, we're running 2 copies of the Maycrackmon. This doubles as both a yellow and purple Digimon. For Hell Scythe targets, you have the versatility. So if you're stuck with a purple on the board, you can bring out Maycrack for a yellow. If you're stuck with, well, and vice versa, basically. Also, if you trash a yellow and purple Digimon card, not only can you inflict minus 3k DP on one Digimon, but you can also delete a level 3 Digimon as per the purple and yellow requirement. So that's awesome. 1 copy of each of these Lady Devis. They serve 2 specific purposes. Well, 1 purpose each. This Lady Devi allows me to not deck out because I can bottom deck the remaining cards off the search. So depending on the situation, I might go into this over this. And I'm running 1 of each because they're basically going to let me see the top 3 cards anyway. And then for Lady Devi, I can trash what I need for this Lady Devi. And then for this Lady Devi, it is a Hell Scythe target, so it's easy to Joggers from trash. And I can also just bottom deck something in case I am recovering a little bit too much in that game. 1 copy of the Lucemon, because it's a staple. Obviously, when you combo this with Mastemon, it's pretty powerful. Allows you to delete 1 Tamer or 1 level 6 Digimon on play. 3 copies of Anjuomon here on play, minus security attack 2 on one of your opponent's Digimon, and its inheritable is while you have a purple Digimon in play, which is every level 6 that this will ever digivolve into. You actually get security attack plus 1, so not only can you recover and all that, but you can actually go for the aggressive stance and then just kind of go from there. Next, we are running 3 copies of Magna Anjuomon because Magna Anjuomon is awesome. It's also another target for Mastemon that allows you to recover. So depending on the situation, you might choose Anjuomon, Chaos Mode, or Magna Anjuomon. You actually really only want Lady Devis and Maycrackmons just to Joggers into, but for Mastemon's effect, these are the top 3 Digimon you're going to use. So, funny story, I'm only running 3 copies of Mastemon because in my previous build, I keep seeing Mastemon. Just straight up, like, bricking with 4 mass days in hand, so we're gonna try 3 this time, and it's been going pretty good because you only need to see her once for max value, and my supporting Mega Digimon are pretty good. But yeah, basically when Digivolving, you may take 1 level 5 purple or yellow Digimon from your trash and add it to your security stack, and then play 1 level 5 from out of it if you Jogrist, and then just shuffle your security stack. So that's why it combos with these 3 pieces here. Next, we've got 2 copies of Ophanimon. I also have a Ophanimon loop version of this, but right now I want to do the Mass Day because it feels more powerful and it's got really cool combos. But Ophanimon Fall Down Mode, very simple card here, guys. When Digivolving, if you have a purple source, you delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower. If you have a yellow source, you can actually recover one under its Digivolution sources. And on deletion, you can play a level 4 purple or yellow Digimon from trash without paying its memory cost. So you definitely will always want to be playing either of these Digimon. You'll never really want to, well, they're your only targets, but 100% if you're not swinging for lethal, go for the Gato almost all the time. My tech megas here are 1 copy of Mastemon and 1 copy of Raquelmon. Raquelmon is when I am being pushed into a corner, being really backed into a corner, low security, no board. Raquelmon will allow me to go into Ordinimon very, very quickly, especially if I'm able to, well, it'll just get me there really, really quickly, which is awesome. And Mastemon is my lethal finish swing for game, because when paired with Meikus, I can actually potentially keep turn and play this Black Gato to swing for game and trash the top card of their security stack. So they serve 2 different purposes, but for 2 different very important situations throughout your matches, especially in a long tournament format. 2 copies of the Ordinimon herself. I've been really meaning to play this card, and I'm so glad that I found the way to do it. Also, this red base, guys, just letting you know, it's inspiration. I looked, you know, being in the Discords a lot, I end up, you know, talking and learning with a lot of players, and the red base has been very interesting to me since it was mentioned to me, and I wanted to make my own build for it, so I hope this build suffices for you. So yeah, Ordinimon, very, very good card. I can pop a bunch of different Digimon and recover for each Digimon popped on Jogrist. And on deletion, I can actually trash the top card of my security stack to replay her, just so I still have another sticky board, especially for situations when you almost have that game, you know, you played the Ordinimon combo, you recovered a lot, and your opponent has like 1 security left, you have 1 Digimon in raising. If they find a way to delete Ordinimon, you're better off really just trashing that card, and potentially, like, if they don't have lethal, you have lethal, so then they have to switch up their game plan. So pretty big stuff. For a start of our Tamers, running 3 copies of Meiku. Very, very good card. It can make Garomon a 2 cost if I have all the Meikus out, and it basically just makes a lot of my Digimon much more cheap to play, and it's a good searcher. It basically acts as another purple rookie in terms of hard playing and searching for my Digimon, my pieces that I need. It also facilitates trash, so I can put trash pieces into, you know, my trash very quickly. Just for my Tamer techs, we've got 1 copy of TK just to search for things in my security, just to see where I'm at in security, whether I'm in a good spot or not. Sometimes I need to see what's in there to really be able to figure out what the rest of my game plan is going to look like, especially when depending on the matchup. I've been playing Mastemon for a very, very long time, guys, which is why I find TK be still top tier Tamer for this. I'm only running 1 because I think as a combination with the red base, I'm able to draw and see pieces throughout the game. So just the 1 copy just to see where I'm at really, and then my playstyle will change based on what's in my security. Next, we've got Tai Kamiya and Kari Kamiya. So start of your turn, if your opponent has 3 or fewer security cards, gain a memory. If you have 3 or fewer security cards, gain a memory. So you could potentially gain 2 memory here depending on the situation. Why am I not running TK Kari? It's because I'm running Crimson Blaze in this deck. I know the chances of me not having any eggs, not having any rookies is very, very high. Sorry, it's very, very low. which means I might not even need a red Tamer, but it's just good to have. I also really like that it's got minus 2k DP on all security Digimon, which makes my swings super safe. And if my Gilmon can potentially like live another turn because I'm hitting rookies in security, that's just more draw, that's just more aggression, that's just a whole nother body on the board, and that's really good. So like, you know, if you have a red or yellow Digimon attacks, you may suspend this Tamer to have all your opponent's security Digimon get minus 2k DP for the turn. That allows me to survive over a lot of things, right? Mega Digimon that would have killed Mastemon, for example, will be 11k DP, and I just swing over that comfortably. For options, we're running 1 copy of Calling just to cycle back pieces that we need when we might need them. It also pops Ophanimon, so good thing for lethal. 3 copies of Flame Hellscythe because it's crucial to be able to Jogress from trash if need be. I find this card very powerful, but 3 I find enough because sometimes at 4, I find that if it hits insecurity early, for example, and I have nothing in trash to really play, it just feels super bad because it's like, oh, you just got a free Hellscythe. Like I could have gotten an extra level 5 out, but instead I just negged 6k DP on one of my opponent's Digimon. So it's still pretty good, but it's just not worth that 4 in my opinion. This should be 4 copies. There we go. 4 copies of Chaos Degrade, the mandatory 4 copies in my opinion. Chaos Degrade has to be at 4 if you're playing Mastemon, just because depending on how you build it, you can really cycle your recovery, you can really get things into place. In addition to that, Chaos Degrade counters a lot of protection that has been recently released in the last 2 sets, especially for the tall stack, very aggressive, kind of like OTK style builds. So Chaos Degrade, a very important card, would not make it any less than 4. 1 copy of Lokead is stacked though. If you have 3 or less security, it actually acts like a Chaos Degrade, which is what I love. Also, it's minus 12k DP on one of my opponent's Digimon otherwise, which is okay, because I mean, most Digimon are going to swing at 12k DP, and that's fine. I do like this option a lot for when it gets really down to the wire. Next, we're running 1 copy of Reinforced Memory Boost because it allows me to recover 1 and add a card to my hand. And it's the highest memory, giving memory boost at 3 boosting memory as a delay effect, so that's really good. And last but not least, we're running 2 copies of Crimson Blaze. I might cut Loki and add Crimson Blaze, make it 3, depending on the current meta of my locals, of big tournaments, but for now, Crimson Blaze is really powerful. It specifies your opponent can't play Digimon by card effects, which is really good, which means, because it means like you still can until the end of your opponent's next turn, so that's very good. The red base actually is what gives me access to Crimson Blaze, which is why I love this card so much. Very good against Blue Flare, preventing that early Gaussmon swing. Very good against Bloom Lordmon, with Sunflow being able to drop a lot of vegetation and all that stuff. So this card literally just slows down your opponent so Mastemon can do its thing. And once Mastemon does its thing, if there's an Anjomon in there, you're pretty safe to swing as much as you want. So yes, so that is pretty much the deck profile. Let me know in the comment section below if you enjoyed this, and if you want more deck profiles, like and subscribe, because I've been so motivated lately, guys, by your support and being able to, you know, share me your thoughts on the decks that I play, and for all the kind comments. So thank you so much, and I hope that we will hit that 2k subscriber mark by the end of the year. So December 31st, that would be the ultimate Christmas gift, I guess, from the community. And I hope that you guys have really appreciated the content that I made for Digimon in the last 2 years. But thank you guys so much for watching. In case you want to know whether I play live tournaments, I do live online tournaments. I am on Twitch. It's just Joe Dabi on Twitch. But yeah, till next time, y'all. Bye.